Hello students, welcome to this session of synthetic fibers and plastics. In this session we are going to discuss about plastics. So we'll be discussing about different types of plastics and also the uses of these plastics. Let's start our theory session here. Now let's see some general properties of plastics. General properties of plastics. Plastic is non-reactive. As the word suggests, it does not react with the gases present in the atmosphere, that are like oxygen. It does not react with water and form new compound. So it is non-reactive. Plastics are used as containers. We don't use iron for the iron vessel for preserving pickles, for keeping jams. So iron vessels or copper vessels are not used for preserving pickles or juices or sauces, right? What we use is either glass or ceramic containers for preserving pickles. We can't keep food in iron vessel or copper vessel for a long time, but we can keep it in plastics. Plastics, say when exposed to air or moisture, it doesn't react. It remains intact. Say for example iron. Iron when is exposed to the atmosphere, it gets rusted. What is rust? Rust is a brown colored powder that deposits on the surface of iron. Now that is what? That is iron oxide, which is formed after the reaction of iron with water and oxygen. Likewise, on the in the copper vessels also, say in the copper glass or copper plate, you can see that green coating formed over copper. That is also due to the compound formed when copper reacts with the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere. So metals like iron, copper, and they cannot be used for keeping our stuffs or for keeping our food in it. For storage purpose. For that either we use steel or aluminium or ceramic or glass. But plastic have got this advantage. Plastics, they are non-reactive. They do not react with the atmospheric gases as well as with water. So they do not get corroded easily, right? That is why they are used to store various kinds of materials, including many chemicals also. This is one of the advantage of plastic. The another one is plastic is light, strong and durable. It is also light in weight. In our earlier days, say, I don't know you have seen it or not, but I have seen my grandmother or my mother keeping pickles in ceramic vessels. They used to be very heavy, but as compared to those ceramic vessels, these plastics, they are very, very light. Even they are strong also. Even if a plastic container, if it falls by mistake, it will not break. But a ceramic container or a glass container will break and is durable also. It can be molded into different shapes and sizes. Therefore, it is used for various purposes. These are the two benefits of plastics. This is why plastics are in huge use these days. We are using so much of plastic these days. The next is the cost thing. Plastics are low cost. Of course, they are generally cheaper than metals. They are cheaper than ceramics. So they are widely used. Plastics are poor conductors. They are poor conductors of heat as well as electricity. Therefore, electric wires have plastic covering and handles of screwdrivers, they are also made up of plastic. See, electric wires, they are made up of copper. They are copper wires. Now these copper wires, they conduct electric current. So these wires cannot be left naked. They should be covered. They are covered with plastics. Why? Because the plastic covering, it doesn't conduct electricity. The screwdrivers, the testers are available, which are used to test whether the supply of current is there or not. They are also made up of plastic. Why? Because plastic is a poor conductor of electricity. Next is thermal conductivity. Thermal means therma, means heat. Plastics are poor conductors of heat, due to which Plastics are used for making handles of cooking vessels. Cooking vessels, they are either made up of steel, which is an alloy of iron and nickel and chromium, or it is made up of aluminium, or it is made up of copper. So all these metals are good conductors of heat. So when these metals are heated, or when something is cooked in these metals, the metal gets heated up. The handles of these cooking vessels are made up of plastics. Why? Because they are poor conductors and they don't conduct heat. Containers used in microwaves, they are poor conductors of heat, but they are microwave safe. As these are microwave safe, that is, they do not conduct heated, they do not get heated up in microwave oven, but the food gets heated up. So it is used for making microwave safe containers also. Effect of flame, this is one drawback over here. Plastics, they catch fire easily and they melt. So this is one of the drawback. Rest of all are the good characteristics of plastics. That is why they are widely used these days. One more thing. Will a plastic bottle or will plastic dissolve in water? Plastic, you can take anything. Polythene, I can take here. Will it dissolve in water? No, it will not dissolve in water. So plastic bottles are used for keeping water in refrigerator. We can't use metal bottles there to keep water in refrigerator. You can keep water either in glass bottles, which doesn't react with water or which doesn't dissolve in water. Secondly, we can keep water in plastic bottles. So these plastics are insoluble in water. Now let's see the uses of plastic. So you know the uses, but I'll just scroll it down. Use of plastic in healthcare industry. Plastics find extensive use in the healthcare industry. Some of the examples of their use are the packaging of tablets. They are made up of plastics. Threads used for stitching wounds. They are also made up of plastics. Syringes, doctor's gloves, and a number of medical instruments. They are all made up of plastics. Because of the property of their non-reactivity, poor conductor of heat, poor conductor of electricity, they are insoluble in water. So they are light in weight, they are cheap. So they find extensive use in healthcare industry. Disposable syringes are used these days. If syringes would have been costly, we can't use disposable syringe every time. So it is made up of plastic and it's cheap. Plastic cookware. Special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking food. And that special plastic cookware is made up of what? PET, polyethylene terephthalate, as it is a poor conductor of heat. In microwave ovens, the heat cooks the food but does not affect the plastic vessel, which is a special type of plastic, that is PET. It is polyethylene terephthalate. Right? Teflon. Teflon is a brand name of polytetrafluoroethylene. So tetrafluoroethylene units link to form a polymer, that is polytetrafluoroethylene, which is known as Teflon. This Teflon coating, it is used for making non-stick cooking pans and other cookwares. See here, there is a Teflon coating over here. The food doesn't get stick to it. Food can be cooked in very less amount of oil because it doesn't stick to the container or stick to the vessel or stick to the cookware. You must have seen the advertisements also of these type of vessels. That is a simple vessel made up of metal or simple cookware. This is a pan for making chapatis. This is a saucepan. This is a simple saucepan made up of a metal and over which this Teflon is coated. And what is Teflon? Teflon is actually a brand name for polytetrafluoroethylene. Polytetrafluoroethylene is formed by linking the units of tetrafluoroethylene, or tetrafluoroethylene units are linked to form a polymer polytetrafluoroethylene, and which is also known as Teflon. So this Teflon coating is used for making non-stick cooking pans and cookwares. This you must have seen at your home. Your mother might be making dosas in it. or low oil cooking or can be done in these less oil cooking, or not low, it's less oil cooking can be done in these non-stick cookwares. There is one more use of plastic, that is fireproof plastics, that is which do not catch fire. So melamine is a plastic. Although synthetic fiber catch Although synthetic fibers catch fire easily, it is interesting to know that uniforms of firemen have coating of melamine plastic to make them flame resistant. So this melamine is a fireproof plastic. Not that melamine whose vessels of which are there at your home, the cutlery set of which is there at your home. It is a pure melamine and is a very high quality melamine which is flame resistant. So students, please don't try to heat your cooking thing over the flame which is kept in a melamine vessel. Don't just put your Maggi in a melamine vessel and cook it on the gas flame. It will definitely catch fire and it will melt. The melamine which is used for coating the the uniforms of the firemen, it is of very, very high quality and so it doesn't catch fire. So these are a few very good characteristics and also the uses of plastics. But you know students, plastics are also harming our environment. They're also they're also affecting the ecosystem. Let's see how. Plastics and the environment. Plastics, due to their advantages over other materials like metals, glass, ceramic, are widely used in our everyday life. These are non-biodegradable. What does it mean? Non-biodegradable means they cannot be degraded or broken, cannot be degraded by microorganisms, which creates problems in their disposal. See, disposable syringe, of course, is light in weight, is widely used, but where to dispose it off? It cannot be degraded by microorganisms, then it will cause pollution. Plastics get accumulated and cause damage to the environment. One of the solution is burning of plastics. But that can also not be done because these plastics, they are made up of the compounds which are obtained from petroleum or their byproducts. But so when they are burnt, poisonous gases are released and which causes air pollution. So reducing the usage of plastics and recycling plastic objects are two ways of countering harmful effects associated with plastic disposal. Right? Let's see some of the harm which plastics cause to the marine animals or marine ecosystem. See, plastics cause harm to terrestrial animals also. Cows, they engulf plastic. We throw garbage in polythene bags. So these cows, they in search of food, they ingest plastic. They just take in plastics also. Dogs and other animals, they are ingesting plastics. What happens then? These plastics, they get entangled in their intestines, or it may get stuck to their throat and take their lives. We can't burn plastics because it is producing obnoxious gases. So we should avoid using polythene bags. We should use cloth bags so that at least the pollution which is caused due to polythene bags is minimized. We should not throw garbage in polythene bags because these animals in search of food, they eat plastics also. They eat polythenes also, right? And which may be dangerous for these animals. See, this is threat to marine life due to plastic. Many plastic objects remain floating on the surface of waterways, the place where many food sources lie, making them attractive to species of marine life. See, these are plastics. These are colorful plastics. So the species of marine life, they are attracted towards it and they'll just eat it because they don't know it is plastic. They just know that it is something which they can eat and they are getting it easily. See, this is a data which I have taken it directly from internet, and it says that over 1 lakh seabirds and marine and mammals die each year from plastic ingestion and entanglement. Dolphins, they eat pieces of plastic sheeting they mistake for jellyfish and other prey. Young ones can strangle on ingested plastic. Dolphins may also become entangled in recreational fishing line or plastic strapping, which can drown them and wrap around and amputate their appendages. See this tortoise. It is eating this plastic. This Dolphin is seal. Seal is entangled in plastic. This is net. This is made up of nylon basically. So it is entangled in this plastic net. So it's a threat to marine animals. This is one of the picture. It's a carapace of Laysan albatross bird. It has ingested so many of plastic, disposable plastic things over here. You can see in its carapace. Bottle caps and other plastic objects are visible inside the decomposed carcass of this Laysan albatross on Kure Atoll, which lies in a remote and virtually uninhabited region of the North Pacific. The bird probably mistook the plastics for the food and ingested them. See? And it died. Definitely it will die. This plastic is not going to dissolve inside and give some nutrition to the bird. But the bird doesn't know that it is plastic. People should not throw these plastic containers or plastic cups or ice creams in which whatever they have eaten in those plastic vessels near in fact, anywhere they should not throw it. There should be a specific bin in which plastics will be thrown. Take care of these kids. Take care of these things. Don't throw plastic vessels or there's a habit here that you'll have ice cream scoops from that beautiful plastic thing and you'll throw it in the road. Throw it roadside or throw it outside your home. It's not that you're keeping your home clean. Keep the roads and everything clean. Just try to do it. Because these plastics will be ingested by animals only. Small amount of ice cream is left and for that a dog will ingest it. And it will be a threat to its life. You can see here, platypus with a cut around neck from a plastic bag. Over 1 million seabirds and marine animals die each year from plastic ingestion. This is the condition here. So students, take care. We are using plastic, it's fine. But the disposal is also very, very important. It's not that we are using a say polythene bag and just throwing it on the roadside or throwing it in the garbage bin. It should be collected separately, disposed of separately, so that it's not a threat to the life of animals. See, there are 4 R's. This you must be knowing. To reduce pollution. Reduce, reuse, recycle, repair. Right? Make it over, make do, do without. So these are the things which you can do. All of us have grandparents and great-grandparents that made it through the Great Depression, and this advice comes directly from them. So this advice is coming from our grandparents, that reduce, reuse, recycle, repair, make it over, make do, do without. Reduce, waste prevention or source reduction. It means consuming and throwing away less. Source reduction actually prevents the generation of waste in the first place. So it is most preferred method of waste management and goes a long way towards protecting the environment. Just whenever you are going to the market, carry cloth bag with you and bring stuffs in that. There only you can reduce the polythene things. You're going to a vegetable market. If your mother is going to a vegetable market, advise her not to take polythene bags from vegetable vendors. Not to take polythene bags from any of the shops for that matter. Take a cloth bag and you'll reduce the plastic disposal. You'll reduce the number of polythenes in the garbage bins. Reuse, reusing items by repairing them. You've bought a toy. If there's some defect in it, try to reuse it. Try to repair it. Or donate it for charity. Donate it to poor kids or community groups. Or sell them. And this also reduces the waste. Reusing products when possible is even better than recycling, because the item does not need to be reprocessed before it can be used again. Whatever your old toys are there which you were playing with when you were younger, just donate it for charity. Donate it to orphanages so that they can use, the kids they can use it. They'll be happy to see the toys, and of course you'll not be throwing it and you're not recycling it. Recycling transforms materials that would otherwise become waste into valuable resources. In addition, it generates a host of environmental, financial, and social benefits. Materials like glass, metal, plastics and paper are collected, separated and sent to facilities that can process them into new materials or products. So recycling is one of the things that can be done. Rebuy. In order to make recycling economically feasible, we must buy recycling products and packaging. Recycled products are available in the market, though their quality is low. But what if you are buying a bucket which has been recycled, which has been obtained from the recycled plastic? You can use that bucket. When we buy recycled products, we create an economic incentive for recyclable materials to be collected, manufactured, and marketed as new products. Remember, you're not recycling unless you're buying recycled products. So if we are not buying recycled products, then what is the need for recycling? See, everyone says that plastics are recyclable. They can be recycled. But if those recycled products are not bought, then how economical it would be to recycle a plastic? So do remember or do buy recycled plastic products. Whenever you have to buy a bucket or a dustbin or anything, just buy it the recycled one. They are available in the markets and they are cheap also. So if the recycled products are not bought, then it won't be economically feasible to recycle. Do remember, students, reduce, reuse, recycle and rebuy, right? And just have 2 dustbins at your home. Ask your mother to have 2 dustbins at home. One for the green ones, which you can just dispose of, which can be used by the animals like cows, which can be used by herbivores. At least they can eat it. The vegetable waste, the fruit waste, that is the fruit peels, the vegetable peels, right? The beetroot crashes which is obtained after taking out its juice. So it will be good for the cows also. They'll get their food easily. And throw the non-disposable ones away from your vicinity. Collect it in another dustbin so that these 2 wastes are not mixed. Try to do these. Try to do this. At least you can make a practice that whenever you are going to a market or anywhere, ask them not to give polythenes. Don't take polythenes from them. Carry a bag from your home. Or if at all you're not carrying, collect it in a paper bag. So remember these 4 R's. Plastics are good. They are easy to use. But we should not create threat for other animals also. So this is all about your topic, students, the synthetic fibers and plastics. I hope you have found it interesting. Now we are left with one topic, that is coal and natural gas. We'll be discussing about that chapter also. And you just go through this chapter. It's a very, very easy one. And do remember these 4 R's. I'll be glad if you're reducing or if you are using minimum of polythene bags. Thank you for listening patiently, students, and just reduce the use of plastic. Thank you once again and do have a nice time ahead.